We're told to prepare the journal entries to record the issue of shares and debentures on 1st of January 2007. Narratives are not required. Now we're told about authorized share capital up here, and lower down we're told about the company issuing shares and debentures. What must be noted is that there's a difference between the value assigned to each share up here as compared to the value assigned down here. You're seeing $1 and $1.50. So it means that on each share there is a premium of 50 cents. Now, because shares are issued to raise funds, we know that cash would be coming in. So we're going to debit our cash account, or if we're told, we debit our bank account, and we would credit the appropriate accounts. Okay, in this case is the share capital account, the ordinary share capital, and the share premium. How did I get that 200,000? We're told it was a total of 200,000 shares at 150. The $1 would go towards the ordinary share capital. The 50 cents would go towards the share premium, giving you a total of 300,000. And as we know, your total for debits and credits should be the same. Next, we have $100,000 in 2% debentures. You're given a dollar value already, so you're going to simply record 100,000 as cash, and as credit you would record $100,000. Now, one correction with this question is that you should indent the credit entries. Alright, so write it further away from the margin and not directly in line with the debit items. The second part of the question asks you to prepare an appropriation account for the 6 months ending 30th June 2017. Now, the basic format of the appropriation account is given here. You have your net profit, you add your undistributed profit or retained earnings, and then you proceed to make all of your appropriations or deductions, proposed dividends, transfer to reserves. These are examples of reserves and preliminary expenses. Your final answer that is remaining after you make your grand deduction, that would be your retained earnings. So let's look at that appropriation account as it relates to the given question. You'd start the appropriation account by indicating the name of the organization, Greenland Limited, followed by an appropriate title. I wrote statement to show the appropriation of profit for the 6 month ending 30th June 2017. An even more suitable title would be appropriation account for the 6 month ending 30th June 2017. You would start with your net income and you would less your debenture interest in this question. Now, normally you would add your retained earnings immediately after your net profit. However, this particular question indicates to you that the accountant informs you that the debenture interest had not been included in calculating net income. So we're going to locate the net income, and from that we are going to deduct the debenture interest. Now, debenture interest has not been given as a figure, but we know that we had debentures of 2%. 2% represents the rate of interest. So we're going to multiply that 2 over 100 by the 100,000. Over 100 all right, we get 2,000, but then that would be an annual figure. We are working with a half a year, so 2,000 divided by 2 or 2,000 multiplied by 6 divided by 12 would give you 1,000. After you make the deduction, you will locate or identify the retained profits and you're going to add it. 150,000, you add it, you get 289,000. Then you're going to less your appropriations. You are showing now how this profit is being distributed among various reserves and dividends, among other things. So you are going to transfer from that 289,000, 20,000 to the general reserve, 50,000 to fixed asset replacement reserve, and then you are going to pay, or you're going to propose the dividends rather, on the ordinary shares and the preference shares. Now ordinary shares don't carry any given rate, but you were told in the question 5 cents per share. Alright, ordinary share it was at $1 each, so we had 300,000 times 0.05, we get 15,000, and the preference share 5 over 100 times 50,000 2,500. Now we add all of these figures together, we get a total of 87,500. You subtract that from the figure above and you're left with your retained earnings or retained profit of 201,500. If a balance sheet was to be prepared, debenture interest would be recorded as a current liability because we're told it was not yet paid or included in the calculation of net profit. This would be included along with the ordinary share and preference share dividend. All the other items under appropriation, the general reserve, the fixed asset replacement reserve, and the retained profit would be included in the finance by section of the balance sheet. Now, if the money is being transferred to various reserves, if there is an existing reserve with that name, it would simply be added to that reserve. If there is no reserve with that name already, you are going to be creating a new reserve. Alright, afterwards you must remember to include your retained earnings. Patsy says prepare the capital reserve section of Greenland's Statement of Financial Position, that's a balance sheet as of 30th June 2017. Greenland Limited balance sheet extract as of 30th June 2017. Alright, you start with your issued share capital, ordinary shares, 300,000. Preference share, 50,000. That gives you a total of 350,000. Then you are going to list your reserves. We have general reserve, we have share premium. Okay, So our general reserve in the question is 30,000, but we realize we have 20,000 to transfer to it, so that will give us a total of 50,000. There is a new reserve to be created, fixed asset replacement reserve of 50,000. There is a share premium already in existence of 125,000. And then we have our retained earnings of 201,500. All right. So we would add all of these together, and that would be the end of your finance by section, or the capital reserve section of Greenland Statement of Financial Position. Thank you.